عاملا ومكنني إني أعمل لاستدار تحليل البيانات. وشكرا لك.
As a user of this system, I'm more confident now that I see you present it live. Thank you very much. I've been asked to make some final remarks to close the festival, if I can do them there. Thank you again for the second panel. Dr. Ola opened this festival in Arabic. I have the pleasure of closing it, and I'll use English because I respect the Arabic language. I don't want to try. As we bring this first Data Science Festival to a close, I think we can all agree that a solid foundation has been laid upon which a new knowledge-based industry in Palestine has been born. Palestine today joined many countries around the world in celebrating World Statistics Day. We do not shy away from noting that this is an additional step to put Palestine on the world stage at a time when the global powers to be are refusing to accept the will of the majority of countries around the globe which have already recognized the state of Palestine. We Palestinians entered a peace process over 2 decades ago, excited to leapfrog our development process, only to learn the hard way that Israel had no intention whatsoever of removing its boot of occupation from our collective neck. This did not deter our path to freedom and independence. We forged on. Every military checkpoint became an opportunity for us to visit our rural villages, which now became our pathways to move from point A to point B. Every section of the separation wall offered an opportunity for us to mobilize and expose this military occupation for what it is, a land grab. And as every Israeli action attempts to suffocate our economy in Gaza, in Jerusalem, across the West Bank, here we are, as creative as ever, forging a new industry forward, a knowledge-based industry that will employ, empower, and serve not only our steadfastness, but our state-building process. Today's festival is a prime example of a lesson learned. We can't do it ourselves. The importance of partnerships and exchanging experiences is a must for Palestine to develop and a must for the world to benefit from our Palestinian experience. Knowledge is a two-way street, and this festival has paved this new road forward. This festival did not drop out of the open blue sky. It comes in alignment with our national strategy, our national policy agenda, and directions of the Palestinian government. This is key because it is our inalienable right to plan our future and lead our own development. From the chambers of Washington, D.C., to the fancy conference halls in Bahrain, no bullying effort can hijack our right to lead our own development, because we will not let them do so. As our government agencies lead, our other sectors are engaged, working hand in hand. Ministries, academic institutions, research centers, civil society, the private sector, and all those interested in the field of data science are joined to bring today's festival to life in all aspects of our society. In a world drowning in information overload, we are keen to learn, apply, and contribute to the discipline of data science to the best of our abilities. But our struggle and our culture add an element to our efforts that we cannot ignore: our values. Only with our values firmly planted can we imagine everything from data-driven politics to data-driven development. We do not seek the data that occupation and dispossession have imposed upon us. Instead, we seek data to serve as the scaffolding to rid ourselves of this treacherous reality and put us on track to a free and independent state. Our national statistical system is one of the products of the many sectors that emerged out of the Oslo II peace accords. In particular, Article number 34, which was titled Statistics, addressed this issue. Like so many other outcomes of Oslo, we Palestinians built from the crumbs that were provided by the Israeli side in order to build our future. We do not throw out the baby with the bathwater. We do not throw out the baby with the bathwater because we cherish the baby, our struggle, and our emergent state. And we will sacrifice all that is needed until we are free, not because we are special, but because we are normal human beings. For all this to come together, human resources, qualified human resources, are core to our progress. We do not seek human robots that merely go through the motions of work. We aim for a labor force that thinks, analyzes, is data-driven, and value-grounded. This is the importance of today. We walk away not only with grand speeches and insightful panels, we walk away with a comprehensive plan forward. We hold this Data Matters Festival knowing very well that not all of our people are in a festive mood. Think Gaza, think refugees, in and out of Palestine. But we celebrate anyway. We launched a Think Data Science program, knowing very well that our data is skewed by 51 years of military occupation and 71 years of dispossession. But we seek data anyway. We aim to bring data science to our executives and leaders, knowing very well that many of our executives are prohibited from the freedom of movement and many of our leaders are imprisoned in Israeli jails. But we will upgrade the capacities that we can anyway. We are reaching our students in the Data Science for Schools, Schools Without Walls program, knowing very well that there are real walls, real fences, real settlements that are separating our students from their schools. But we will teach our young anyway. Lastly, we launched the Data Science Society of Palestine today, knowing very well that we have a destination, Palestine. And that requires us to organize, educate, and mobilize in assembly. No matter the odds, we will do all of this anyway. With all of that in mind, I wish you all safe travels home. We look forward to the coming year of work and are already excited to be able to present the progress that we make in the next Data Matters Festival. Thank you for all coming.